move to South Florida for the fun and the sun lifestyle, and some bring it into their home decor.
Hi, my name is Javier Sabito. This is my wife Sandra, and we moved down here from New Jersey back in 2014.
We found this place that we renovated because we wanted something totally different from New Jersey. So when I found this wall covering, I loved it, but I needed to get the okay from my husband.
Yeah, it had some jet screen on it, which is a key component to getting these designs done.
We show you how to take your home from traditional to tropical modern on today's SoFlo Home Project. Welcome to SoFlo Home Project. I'm Alena Capra. When renovating one area of your home, you'll often find that other areas need to be updated as well. And that's why this home underwent a tropical modern makeover. This 1,700 square foot home has 3 bedrooms and 3 bathrooms. It has been completely updated with a big bold splash of paradise. Sandra and Javier, welcome to SoFlo Home Project. So excited to be here with you guys today.
Hi, welcome. Good to see you.
So I want to share a little bit of your backstory of this home renovation. Of course, we've gotten a chance to work together, which the viewers will see later. But before we met, you guys had purchased this new home and renovated the kitchen as well as the rest of the home and the flooring and bathrooms and all. So tell us how it all began.
We bought the house in 2017 and finally moved in end of 2018. After the renovation, it was a total gut.
Well, it was very compartmentalized. So there was walls all over the place, and the layout didn't quite fit to what we needed. So we decided to gut the entire house. We gutted it from the slab all the way to the roof and to the cinder block walls.
So huge renovation.
Huge renovation, yes.
Yes. So when it came to selecting the materials and everything, I love that you went with a really neutral, clean palette. A very timeless mix of materials from the quartz tops to the porcelain floor. Was that the intent, was to kind of have a kind of clean canvas to change it up?
We wanted to go sort of like neutral because we didn't know what to do to decorate or what furniture, but we wanted to have something that we thought we could get somebody to help us to design it and buy things that would fit. So we had to pick a color that was going to be easier in the future for design.
Yes. When I came in, you guys kind of came here with it was a great palette. And I love that you were cognizant of that when you were doing this, because we always talk about, like, a lot of tips when you're renovating, keeping the bones of the house neutral is always a nice way to start, because as everyone will see later, we were able to infuse color that you could change up as you live here throughout the life of the time in the home, and like changing it up.
Right, yes.
I really like the two-tone as well. This sort of two-tone with the dark wood cabinetry and the white gloss. The balance of that is really nice.
Also, because we're in Miami, we want to have lighter colors, so all of that.
We wanted to get that Miami vibe a little bit.
Yes, I love that you brought that up too, because again, I'm also from the Northeast, so there's always that mix of, like, when you're coming from a cooler climate, it just feels different with the material selection, stuff like that. Where you lived in New Jersey, was it much darker tones of your interiors?
Very gray.
So you gave it the Miami edit here.
Yes,
very gray.
Exactly, yes.
So I want to talk a little bit about the island too, because this is a great focal point in your kitchen. You know, it's the eat-in kind of kitchen where you have the counter stools. Did it have an island before, or was it something that you're like, we absolutely want a large island?
No, absolutely not. In fact, the kitchen was off to the side.
Oh, wow.
There. So when we gutted it, we redesigned the
Moved
kitchen
everything forward.
Yes,
Okay.
But we knew we wanted the island, and we knew we wanted seating. We didn't think it was going to be this big. Actually, this was a little bit of a mistake.
Sometimes it's a happy accident.
But it
this is
worked out.
great.
Yes. It was supposed to be a little smaller, but it turned out great, actually.
I love the large island, and I feel like, I'm sure when you're entertaining and having holidays, this becomes the central meeting point, the serving area.
This is where we hang out.
Yes. Well, we're hanging out here now, but we're going to continue touring through the home. So
awesome.
I can't wait to share with everyone what we've done with the interior, so stay tuned. Coming up, tips on finding the perfect color palette for a dramatic tropical modern design on SoFlo Home Project.
Hi, this is John,
And I'm Jennifer with USA Windows and Doors.
and today we're going to show you another beautiful house that we're about to finish the impact windows and doors.
And more specifically, I want to focus on this door. This is a wood grain finish door. Now for this customer, he has a home office that has all wood on the inside. It's wood paneling on the walls, and he wanted to match that look for his door. And as you can see behind us, this door is a wood grain finish. Now, the good thing is it's an aluminum door, and it has the texture and feel like if it was wood, and the look as well.
As you see, this door have a low E coating on the glass. It will prevent from the heat to go inside the house, so the customer can enjoy the look of it. Here at USA Windows and Doors, we offer a lot of different brands and varieties of impact windows and doors. We have all the brands. We carry everything.
Now, when it comes to installation, this is key. You can have a great product, but if it's not installed properly, it will defeat the purpose. So for this door, as you can see, the exterior caulking, the restucco that was done, it's completely seamless. It makes it easier for the homeowner to transition because all you have to do is do minimal paint over it and your home looks like nothing ever happened.
As you see, we removed the shutters. There's no shutters around, all the windows and doors. And we did a nice stucco work, and this house is ready to be painted. If you're ready to upgrade your windows to impact windows and doors, call USA Windows and Doors today.
Or visit us at our website at usawindowsanddoors.com.
Welcome back to SoFlo Home Project. I'm Alena Capra, and we are continuing to tour this beautiful home with the homeowners Sandra and Javier. Now, I got to work with you guys on the second part of your home design project. First part, you had this big renovation, gutted the whole home, did the kitchen. Now, blank canvas to start the design.
Correct.
And because you had this great blank canvas, as we're saying, it was just clean and beautiful and modern. This was the first point to like really punch it up with a fun print.
Right.
I have to say, like, this wallpaper truly, I feel like, sets the tone. When you walk in your home, you're actually greeted by this wall.
Yes, yes. And a lot of people compliment us, right?
Yes.
I'm happy because it really is an
Yes.
amazing paper. So this was, I think, the best opportunity to really kind of ground our design, and then it was easy to kind of find our way from there, right?
Right, absolutely, yes. We had different colors to go with, so.
Yes, and I think that's the important thing is like when we're building the color scheme, we talked about the Jets green, then we kind of went into like this sort of mid-tone green and added the teal. And I just think that this kind of was a fun, unexpected pop. It's not in the wall covering, but I know you wanted a colorful chair. When we saw this, I was like, this is a perfect color
Correct.
to complement that.
Right.
This chair was also where we pulled our matte black accent.
Correct.
That we'll bring throughout.
Yes.
Well, and it was, again, a great starting point because now we have this paper. We got those hints of yellow. So when we start kind of pulling our look together, I thought the yellow was a really nice way to kind of also accent with.
Absolutely.
And I want to talk a little bit about the table too. We kind of played around with placement. It could probably work either way, but having the big aisles on each side was really important because this is one big great room.
Correct, yeah.
And it was a good choice for table because also it extends. So you have the opportunity when you're entertaining.
absolutely.
And now with this space, you actually have the room to extend it.
Correct. We have options.
Now, I also want to talk a little bit about the floor because that is a choice that you made a great choice on this porcelain. And this also was, again, a really nice base because it pulls in the warmth, but I think it's a nice contrast with the bold print.
Yeah, we wanted something that was going to give us several colors to play with.
Yes.
Again, not knowing what we were doing, but still.
You gave a great base. This is perfect. Perfect choice. You knew what you were doing because you picked a great floor. How about that, right? I think it's good about being strategic with wallpaper placement. We could have certainly put it behind the TV or maybe in the living room wall. But in the dining room, I think this kind of bridges the whole great room together.
That was a great idea. Thank you.
You chose the paper and I worked with it, so it was a collaborative effort, and I really love these colors, and we're going to show everyone how we push the color palette through to the living room when we come back. Coming up next, we look at layout options for maximizing a great room on SoFlo Home Project. So we are here today with Susan Manning with All American Roofing. And Susan, we usually talk about how All American Roofing is a big, close-knit family company, and you brought a guest here that's part of your team. So who are we with?
So it was really important to me. I wanted everyone to meet my brother-in-law, Joe, who's my partner in the company.
Joe, welcome. It's great to have you with us today.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
You have a lot of great values, core values with the company that you actively promote within the community. You want to talk a little bit about that?
Yeah, both Joe and I are very involved in autism and autism awareness. If you see our trucks on the road, they all have the autism awareness sign. I have a son, 30 years old, with autism. Joe has a son with autism as well. Jojo is
25.
25. So we do a lot for autism.
We always want to give back to the community in every way we can, but autism touches our hearts in a very special way. We are very, very personally involved with it. We both volunteer. I volunteer through my fraternity, and Susan does a lot of work through the company and through her own personal things that she belongs to. So we definitely want to give back, and we believe that these special needs people are the best of us.
Absolutely. No, and I love that, Susan. We've gotten a chance to speak before, so it's nice to see that this is something that you're so passionate about, and the awareness of autism with the company itself.
Yeah.
You provide the roofing services, but you do so much for the community. So this has been wonderful chatting with you all. Great to meet you, Joe. Always great to chat with you,
Nice
Susan.
to see you again.
The most important thing is if our viewers are thinking about replacing their roof or perhaps need a repair or an estimate, how do they contact you here at All American Roofing?
They can call 954-772-7663 or on the web at allamericanroof.com.
So I want to thank you both for joining us today and sharing your knowledge.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Welcome back to SoFlo Home Project. I'm Alena Capra, and we are continuing our tour of this beautiful tropical modern home with the homeowners Sandra and Javier. So you guys, we have just shown the dining room, which brings our tropical modern theme, right?
Yes.
But we got to carry it through to this room as we did, but before the design details, the layout was the most important thing to get.
Absolutely.
Correct.
Yes.
For us, we needed to have recliners, and we needed to fit furniture in a smaller area. And we didn't know what to do, what was going to fit. We didn't know how to measure. Well, I didn't.
Well, we work together. Now you do.
Yes,
You're a pro,
yes.
right? So, I feel like the biggest part of this was kind of making it work for you, but giving the maximum seating. Before
Correct.
you had a sofa and a larger swivel chair, we were kind of getting a more crowded walkway.
True, yes. It was very tight. We had a big coffee table here that was taking away the room from like even moving around, so.
Yes, I love this open space. So now we had a lot of different floor plans, and that's sort of the key to kind of getting it right. So we looked at the sofa that was kind of floating in the room, similar to what you had.
Yes.
Right.
With the two chairs.
Yeah.
We tried a chaise lounge version.
Correct.
But I felt like that also got a little bit strange because then you have kind of an awkward to put the chaise up against the wall.
Right. It was too awkward to have that space there and then a little space there. It wasn't giving us enough room. Yes.
Ultimately deciding on this awesome reclining sectional, we added some plants.
Yes.
Yes.
So the artificial plants,
Yes.
though, we went back and forth.
Yes. I wanted artificial. He wanted real. I won.
She won, yes.
Always.
And see, the point was to kind of, this corner needed a little something, and the height here really balances out. Building it up gives that grandness to the space.
It pretty much filled in just a dead corner that we had.
Absolutely. So in the other corner, we did add a chair, just a smaller scale one that was there before.
Plus, I wanted a swivel like you suggested.
I think the swivel is great, and going with something more in a smaller scale, I think allows you to be able to actually move it into the space.
And it's decorative.
It is, and it's yellow, right?
And it's yellow, yes.
The directive was we needed a yellow swivel chair.
Yeah.
And you found that one. I love the texture on it. I feel like the media console was another piece to get just right. Not too bulky, but also decorative enough to bring in that matte black throughout.
Exactly, yes.
The prior console was a fake fireplace and just a storage space, and it just took up too much space.
Yeah,
Being
correct.
this is a great room, light and fan selection was key to not block the TV.
Yes, and you know what? We don't see it. We had a friend the other night, and she's like, "Oh, that's right, you don't have a fan." We're like, "Yes, we do. It's white." She's like, "Oh my God!" So I told her. Alena told us, "Put it white, and it'll disappear," and it did.
This is a beautiful, decorative, modern fan, but it just sort of blends, so your eye goes to the TV, and then you have this beautiful light fixture that you put over the dining. That's your sculptural light.
Right.
I'm glad that you're noticing that here. Now, I want to talk design details because we took a lot of care in putting those right details in to complete your home, and we're going to share those with you when we come back. Next, how to complete any room decor with those designer finishing touches on SoFlo Home Project. Welcome back to SoFlo Home Project. I'm Alena Capra, and we are on the last stop of our Tropical Modern Makeover home tour with Sandra and Javier, the homeowners of this beautiful home. So Sandra and Javier, we had the chance to work together on all of the furnishings and finishing touches in your great room.
Yes.
And from the wallpaper, which is really where it all began after your renovation, this beautiful color palette kind of went throughout the space.
Absolutely, yes, because we could pick and choose. So it was really beautiful, just like you see that pillow.
Yes, we got brought in the tropical, a little everywhere, whether it was with the actual leaves and the plants and the decorative accessories and the pillows. We kind of veered from the jet green to like a sagier, softer green, right? We picked up a little Dolphins teal aqua.
Yeah.
So we're bringing all the South Florida, New York, and New Jersey together, right? All of it comes together here in your living room. I bought additional pillow and throw here just to kind of share, like, when you want to mix this up. I think there are so many opportunities in this neutral palette. You know, you could bring in this softer green. You could even bring in the darker green and pair it with that, since it's in the wall covering.
Correct. Constantly
pulling from there, but here today we went with the dark aqua,
Yes,
which I love.
yes, and then we could match it with that one, so it was really no brainer. Yeah.
Yes, now the mirror also brings that color.
Oh my God, that was our favorite, and we also get a lot of compliments on it.
It's a fun piece. I feel like in design, you want to bring in kind of linear shapes, some curved, and then some that are just unexpected.
Absolutely.
And it brings a fun
And that's what
touch.
we like about this, right?
Yes, absolutely.
It's not like anybody else's home is our own.
Uniquely
Yes.
yours. I love that. Now, let's talk about more of the other accessories we've got. On the wall, we added those sort of glass wall gems, as they're called. Those are some of my favorite pieces because it adds dimension, but also it's fun and playful. Like, we had fun figuring out where to install those and how to install them, right?
Exactly, yes. But it was ended up being here because it was more going to, it was bringing in the colors, like you
Yes.
said. So it was a great, and plus it's a great corner there.
Yes, I think it's a nice way to round out that corner, and I love that we have the golds, the dark teal.
Yeah.
So one thing I did want to share with viewers was when we were doing this layout, you did not want to kind of crowd the space with the coffee tables. So we went with the C tables and the recliners. So this way, no ottomans, no blocking, and kind of keeps this nice and open.
Right, very, very much open, so easy to get around. We have our mom who's elderly. She needs space to be able to walk around. So the open space is phenomenal.
Yeah, I think it's really important. We always have to think about how do you live in the home, who lives in your home, and how to make it really work for you. This room allows you to add or edit as you need, and that's the beauty of home decor, really.
Correct.
Make it your own. I love the open, clean palette, and we've warmed it up with textures on the pillows and the throws, so
Yes.
you do have that element of softness.
Exactly.
And why cover up a nice floor?
Exactly. It's a beautiful tile. And now with the accessories, that's another place where you could have fun, mix and match different colors within your palette. In the future, if you want to change it and maybe bring in another accent color, green never really goes away. It's colors found in nature. And just change the books and the accessories, and it all still
Absolutely.
allows you to keep breathing new life into your home.
Yes, yes, it all looks beautiful.
And we added some tropical leaves, a little bit of coral accent, some organic. We wanted to bring a little South Florida into it.
Exactly. Miami, modern, beautiful.
So you've added all your personal touches and photos.
Yes, we wanted
and
it to look personal, not like a showroom. We wanted it to be, our own. So,
I think those are really important, beautiful touches.
yes, it's all worked out. Thank you so much.
I enjoyed working with you guys, and you did a phenomenal job on your renovation. Gave me the perfect palette to come in here and work with you to finish up
thanks
the
to you.
furnishing.
Oh, thank you. We couldn't have
you
done
very
it without you. Thank you very much.
Thanks so much for joining us. So I want to thank each and every one of you for joining us this week, and hope you felt inspired by this tropical modern home tour. And we hope to see you again next week for another all-new episode of SoFlo Home Project right here on Local 10. And remember, there's no place like SoFlo Home. If you missed any part of this episode, or if you're looking for more design inspiration, make sure to check out all episodes online at SoFloShows.com. And don't forget to follow us on social media on Facebook and Instagram